Hi guys, welcome to my first video. My name is Molly, and I am the disabled cowgirl. Here is my service dog Bishop, and you are going to come along with me on my trip to Ohio and back to Boston, and just everything with flying with a service dog, and I'll give you some tips along the way. Okay, first I'm going to start with some tips that you need to know before you even get to the airport. Um, Airplanes have very, very tight spaces, and so you need to train for that. To do that, I had her sit in the front of my legs in the car for long periods of time just to get her used to that feeling of the tight quarters. Next, when booking your flight, you definitely need to make sure you know the airline's policies on service dogs. Airlines do not have to follow the ADA, so it is up to them of whether or not they allow you to have your dog. So, I know a lot of airlines don't allow brachy breeds and various types like that. So make sure you know their policies. Okay, so when you go through TSA, you're gonna want to bring like a slip lead or something with you, because your pinch collars, your choke collars cannot go through the metal detector. So you just slide those off of them and put the slip lead on and have her go through the TSA like that. Next is pottying. I make sure I familiarize myself with the map of the place to make sure I know where the potty areas are. I usually don't use the potty areas, but this time we did. I also bring a puppy pad along with me if we got an emergency and there's no potty area around. I will train her to go on a puppy pad and we just go into the bathroom and do that. And the puppy pads are also very nice to use. Like, she had a freak accident the first time we flew and she got nervous and she just started to vomit, but I was able to get it on the puppy pad. So, this is a really cool potty area in the Boston airport. It was right by our gate, so I thought we would go in and see what it looked like. There's some poop bags, a trash can, hand sanitizer. It flushes. There's spray hose so you can spray down your poop and everything. And it's just a very nice, clean area. So this was so amazing. Another tip while we're just checking out this potty area is to bring an empty water bottle with you so you don't have to buy airport water. Airport water is expensive, and so bring an empty water bottle with you and fill it up either in the bathroom or at the drinking fountain stations so you can use it for not only you but your dog too. Along with that, I also bring a collapsible bowl so she can have water. I only give little bits of water so she doesn't have to pee. Also bring along like some small chews that aren't messy, something to keep your dog occupied while sitting in the airport or on the airplane. You don't want a nervous dog. You want to make this the best experience possible for them. So, definitely boredom breakers or something. A lot of airlines use a pick your seat feature, which I wait until the last possible moment for. So, I keep looking and make sure there is try to get an empty seat next to me. It's not always possible, but it's really nice when you can. If you're traveling a single, I try to go for the middle seat because a lot of people won't go on either side of you. And if you're traveling in a pair, I go the aisle seat and the window seat because a lot of people will not choose a seat in between you guys. Also, go up to the front desk and say, hey, I have a service dog, and a lot of times they can bump you up to the bulkhead free of charge, and you can even get an empty seat beside you. And oh my gosh, that is so amazing when that's able to happen. It doesn't happen all the time, but it's really cool when it does. So I did it on this flight because it was very hot that week, but I also sometimes will bring a blanket with me. It keeps her hair all in one spot and it makes it very convenient and easy for cleanup for the flight crew. Just an added bonus. It's optional, but I like to do it. Before flying, definitely get your dog used to uneven movements, loud noises, bunch of people, tight spaces. It's just going to make everything go smoother if your dog is unreactive to those things going into it and make the whole process less stressful on them. And you want the least amount of stress as possible when it comes to flying with your dog. Also, bear in mind that airports are notorious for having pets in them. So don't make a huge deal out of it, but make sure you're aware of your surroundings at all times to make sure there's no dogs coming up to attack you or anything like I did on this trip that I had a golden retriever come up to my dog and try to bite her. So definitely make sure you're aware of your surroundings and just know that there will be other dogs at the airport and even on your plane. Do not let anyone try and make you sit beside another dog. They're not supposed to. And the dogs need to be evenly spaced out just to avoid all problems during the flight. So if you are sat next to another dog, try and talk to a flight attendant to get everything situated so you guys are not together. Another thing that I would train for is training going up and down steep, narrow stairs. So on this trip, we actually had, for the first time ever, doing a runway board and unboard. And I was not prepared for that. She took it in stride and we scaved with no problems, but definitely train for that so you're not like me and end up blindsided by a runway boarding because that is not good. Also, don't be afraid to ask your flight attendants for help. They are so helpful and will help you get on the right track. At least most of them will. Um, they'll offer you water for your dog, ask you if you need a bowl. So if you need anything, just let them know. It is their job to help you. If you feel like your dog might have some problems on the plane, I would talk to your vet prior to this and see if there's anything or medication that you could use to help ease the process and make everything go a little bit smoother for everyone. Um, I personally don't do it with my dog, but it's she is very good about this situation. So, especially with first time flyers, it is definitely great to maybe have something to take the edge off. Make sure you have your vaccination records on hand if need be. I've been asked to bring them with me, but then when I got to the airport, I have not been asked for them, but just have them with you just in case you need them. Also, your disability services, when you book your flight, might contact you about your service dog and might ask you some questions about them. Just be totally honest and let them know what your dog is for, and everything should go completely smoothly. Also, with disability services, they have wheelchairs and escorts there to help you if you need extra help. Um, on these flights, I did use a wheelchair for about 90% of the flights. I had ankle surgery about a month prior to this, and so I was needing help to just navigate everything to be able to, get through the airport safely and quickly and be able to get to my flights on time. So, in case you are going to need help with that, make sure your dog is able to be walked with a wheelchair and at a fast pace because they will walk quickly, and fast. So, just make sure your dog is ready for that. I never trained my dog before putting her in a wheelchair and with a wheelchair, and it went interestingly, but we had to do what we had to do, and she again took it amazingly and went in stride. So, yeah, definitely make sure your dog is used to wheelchair if you are going to be using those services. Lastly, just don't stress out. Have fun and have a good day. Thank you guys again for tuning in to my first ever YouTube video. If you liked it, please like and comment. And if you want to see more from me, subscribe. Let me know what you guys want to see. Like, I'm here to make content for you guys. So let me know what you guys like. And hopefully you liked it. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask down below. Thanks.